Hey guys, it's Sharina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be walking you through my summer bucket list. But before I get into it, let me explain why I feel like this summer is going to be different. Because each summer I feel like I create a bucket list either in my head or with my friends and it just never gets done. But this is the first summer in so long that one, I'm not taking any summer classes, and then two, I'm not working my usually hourly job, and I've already felt so much more free, and I just feel like I'm more determined in general. This is my first summer after college. I've been thinking about the fact that I don't have that many summers left. So this summer I'm just prioritizing travel and then just doing things that I've been wanting to do like all my life and just have never gotten the chance. So I made a little thing in my sketchbook. It just took like 10 minutes, but I wanted to make it somewhat cute because it just started off as a thing on my notes app. I started it before I came home for the summer and I've just been adding on to it. But I thought it would be cute to actually do it physically and then have the satisfaction of checking it off. So I'm just gonna read through each one and then tell you my reasoning for it, okay? The first one on the list is surf. So I have been wanting to surf since I was in middle school, and then last year on my senior trip to South Carolina, I did it for the first time. I took a surfing class, and it was only one day that I did it, and ever since then, I'm I miss it, I want to do it again. So this summer, my parents told me that they were thinking of taking a trip, and so they asked about California, and I was like, I want to surf I really want to surf. So we settled on San Diego, and so now I'm gonna be going to San Diego, and I will be meeting up with a friend who lives there, who surfs, so that will be fun, and then we'll see if I will take a class or just rent it out another day. And I'm very excited. Actually, I even have a wetsuit my mom has been asking me to try on because she ordered it. So yeah, I will be surfing. Very excited about that. The next thing on the list has to do with California also, and it is snorkeling. The place that offers the renting out of a surfboard also offers snorkeling, and then I'm gonna be doing that with one of my college friends that is also coming to San Diego, and we're gonna meet up. I feel like I've always wanted to snorkel or scuba dive or just do stuff in the ocean. I've always loved the ocean. So yeah, now's the time that I will actually be doing that. The next thing on the list is rock climbing. I feel I don't know if rock climbing has become more popular, bouldering, or if I've just been seeing more of it, but I just feel so many people are picking that up as a hobby now, and I've just been seeing so many TikToks and stuff, and everyone who rock climbs is really strong, so I feel that's my motivation. But also I don't know if I want that to be a hobby or if I just want to try it. I found a class that has a place that has a free bouldering class for your first class. So I definitely want to do that, and then maybe I'll go to gyms and try it on my own or find people that climb, because I think I have a friend, or maybe. I don't know. I'll ask around, but I will definitely take the class, and then hopefully I'll try it a few more times. I think the last time I rock climbed was at someone's birthday party at Amazing Jake's, and it was with the harness. And I remember being terrified and not being very good at it, but I want to do more things that scare me now. Actually, I don't think I'm very scared of it. I probably will be when I actually go up there and I'm on the wall, but right now, I'm not very scared. I think it sounds really fun. And yeah, I want to do it. The next thing on there is sand volleyball. I feel growing up in middle school and stuff, in PE, I always ran from the ball, and I was always scared. And whenever we would play volleyball, I would just be terrified. Actually, now that I think about it, I feel when we played with two people, I would enjoy it, just passing it back and forth. But I never liked big groups and stuff. I don't know. This past year at college, I feel has changed my perception or made me less afraid. I don't know. There's just not a lot to do, and we don't have cars. And since it's been nice outside, we were playing outside a lot with a volleyball and football, and it's just made me want to do that more and just play outside and enjoy the nice weather. So I definitely want to get better at volleyball. And we also have two parks, one that's like 2 minutes away from me walking, and then one that's like 2 minutes away from me driving, and they both have sand volleyball courts. And so I really want to get people together and play like an actual volleyball game. I haven't checked it off, even though I did do it with my friend, but I want to do like an actual group. And so I played volleyball twice this summer, and it's only been like 2 weeks, so I do think that that's going to happen. And yeah, I just want to get better because then I can go to school and play it with my friends and be actually kind of decent and not horrible. Next thing on the list is goat yoga. Goat yoga has been something that I've been wanting to do since like a really long time. I think sophomore year was the first time that I really talked about it with my friends, but we never ended up doing it. I posted this on my private story and so many people were like, tell me when you go do goat yoga. So I think I will have people that will want to do that with me. Also, I've just been getting a little more into yoga recently. I'm actually taking a class tomorrow and it's going to be yoga on the wall, which sounds so interesting. So I just want to try new types of yoga, and I think that when they have the goat yoga, like the goats stand on your back. And also I love animals, and it might be smelly, but I think it would be really fun. I love goats. They're so cute. Also, there's puppy yoga, I think. I think that's a thing, but I definitely want to try goat yoga first and then puppy yoga. I feel like the weirdness of it is like the fun part, you know? The next one is paddleboard. So I'm going to Tennessee this summer, and so maybe we'll see if we'll do that there. If not, I want to go to Austin this summer as well, and I definitely want to paddleboard on the lake. I've never paddleboarded before. I've kayaked 2 or 3 times. I don't remember. It's always been with Girl Scouts, I think. And that's been fun. And I remember we stood on our boards and stuff. So that's why I'm like, did I kayak or did I paddleboard? But I think it was kayaking and we were just standing on it. I really don't remember. But I feel like paddleboarding is more fun because you gotta balance, and it's like, I don't know, standing on it just seems fun, and then like falling in seems fun. So yeah, I want to paddleboard. I don't know where I'm gonna do that, but I definitely want to do that this summer. The next thing on the list is tennis. I played tennis for the first time last summer with 3 of my friends, and I think we were just kind of like hitting the ball around, like it wasn't actually tennis. And then I tried it 2 or 3 days ago with my friend who like kind of is decent at it. She's pretty good. And she was trying to teach me, and I'm just like really bad at it. So I didn't cross it off yet because I want to get to the point where I can actually hit the ball, because that's only happened a couple times. And I want to like get the technique right and stuff. So once I can actually play a game with other people, I will check that off. Or just the best that I can get this summer, because I don't know how long that's going to take to master tennis. I feel like tennis is very hard, at least for me. At least the coordination of it, I'm not very good at that. The next thing is pickleball. Last summer was when pickleball got crazy, and I wanted to play it so bad, but I didn't want to invest in the rackets, and then nobody I knew had the rackets, so I just never played it. But this time, my friend has rackets, and I played with her once with 4 people total, and it was so much easier than tennis. Like we could actually play, and it was fun. That's why I think it's so popular, is because it's just so easy. Also, our city got pickleball courts, which they were full last time, so we just played at the tennis courts, but I definitely want to play around at those courts when they're empty. And yeah, I just want to play. I crossed that off, but I do want to play a lot more this summer because I just think it's a good way to get outside. The courts are like 3 minutes away from my house. The next thing is horse riding. So if you didn't know this, I was a wannabe horse girl, but I was not a horse girl. I wanted to take horseback riding lessons, but also as a child I wanted to do like everything. So I think that was the thing that my parents were like, maybe you like quit other stuff and then you do horseback riding, because it is an expensive sport, and I don't think I would have been really committed to it anyway, so that was probably a good call on their part that I didn't take horse riding lessons and I didn't become a horse girl. But I took like a trail ride at Girl Scout camp once. I actually think those are bad. I don't know. But I did that and I really loved it. And so I want to take a horseback riding class. And there's a ton of farms around us. Like you just drive and you see horses everywhere. So I feel like that is not that hard to figure out. And so yeah, I just want to take a class just to like fulfill that part of my childhood, you know? That's something that I probably don't want to do like multiple classes of. I think I just want to do one class to fulfill that, and then I'll be good and I can move on. The next thing is basketball. My friend played basketball, I think in middle school. I don't think in high school. I don't remember, maybe. But she knows how to play basketball, and I just want to learn so I can be able to play at school or like just with friends, because I feel like that's just you see a basketball hoop and it's like, oh, let's play basketball, you know? And I don't know anything about that. So I want to learn, but also I'm like, if I don't, like it's not that big of a deal. So I at least want to do it once. If I don't learn, that's okay. I just want to be able to do it once with my friend. Because one, I just want to try things that I never did. I remember playing a couple times with my neighbor when I was little, and I also remember being scared about being bad and stuff. So, you know, now is the time, again, to not be scared of being bad. Because it is okay to be bad. So that's all for like the adventurous stuff. I feel like the other things are more like goals. And I did that on this side of the list. So the first thing I have on there is paint. I already started a painting, but I definitely want to be able to finish that and then maybe do like one more, hopefully. I'm not going to be painting my sophomore year of college that I'm going into, but I'm going to have an art show in December, and I definitely want to have more paintings up, so that's why I want to do some this summer. And also like towards the end of the school year when I was painting more, I was just like a lot more inspired, and also seeing other people's artwork, so I was like, this summer I want to paint, and I still want to fulfill that, and I have a lot of ideas. And then also during the school year we only used acrylic, and I have oil at home, so I think that's a lot more fun, and I want to get back into it. And then also I feel like I've gotten a lot better at color mixing. Like I didn't really know how to paint before. I feel like I just did whatever, but now I like know color theory better. Like I'm probably not the best at it, but I know what color I'm wanting to mix and how to, I don't know, you know what I mean. So I do want to paint more to be able to like use the skills that I gained over school and not just like let it go to waste and, you know, practice it. Okay, the next thing I have is read. I love reading, but when it comes time for school, I did not read at all. And it's just hard because like I like reading before bed, but at school when I get to bed, the first thing I want to do is just sleep. Like I hit that bed and it's like tiredness hits and I'm asleep in like a minute after I put my phone down. And then also I'm like not on my phone as much at school, so like before bed is like my time that I catch up and stuff. So I didn't read much over the school year, but now that summer's starting, I want to read more because now I have the free time to just lay in bed and read, and it's so nice. And I already finished one book, so my goal is maybe 5 books this summer, hopefully more, but I wanted to set a realistic goal. The third thing I have is scrapbook. Last summer I did an amazing job of this, but it ate up my time. It was insane. I did a senior year scrapbook, and I combined photos that I printed along with junk journaling kind of, and then I also like labeled, actually let me show you. This is my senior year scrapbook. It starts off with my schedule, and then I'll just show you like a few fun ones. Senior sunrise, and like, so I combined like the Polaroids, and then like I made, it was like each event like had a thing. Football game. Wait, this is crazy. National Portfolio Day. And I had Pratt written on the notebook, and now I'm at Pratt. It's so cute, like all the Polaroids. I didn't know where to put this patch for orchestra, so I put that in there. I went to LA for this art lab, and I have all the notes that people wrote me, and I feel like I have a lot of little letters and stuff, or just notes from school, so that would just be so cute. But this took also... And then I have more Polaroids from my grad party that actually I still need to put in, because I took a Polaroid with every single person that was at my grad party, and I still need to add those. I don't know where those even are. Oh, look what I found. Open after Pratt graduation 2028. I wrote a letter to myself after my first semester of school. Okay, so my point is that was really cool. I just wanted to show it off, but I don't think I want to do something like that insane because it took forever. I think I'm gonna make like a photo album and just print all the good photos from this year and then do the junk journaling separate. Because this, like, I I had collaged all the photos on like an 8.5 by 11 and then I bought photo paper for the printer, so it was like a little better quality, and then I printed it all on one, and then I cut it up just to save money and stuff, and so I could cut it up in smaller pieces and print it smaller, and that took forever. So I think I'm gonna do regular 4x6, and I'm just gonna print it at Walmart or something. It's gonna be worth it because I want physical stuff. And then I think I'm gonna do the junk journaling separate. And then next year, I'm gonna start doing the junk journaling at school, but I was saving all the stuff so I could combine the photos and the junk journaling together, but now I'm like, I'm just gonna do the junk journaling separate. Also, I have so many journals to choose from for the junk journaling. So I bought this from the museum, the Munson Museum at our school, and it's so cute. They're like the Kiss, and it's just like lined paper, but it's really thin. Honestly, I think it would work, and I feel like this makes sense because it's art. This is what I had brought to school to do. Someone, this got stuck on here. I don't know when that's from. Photo Pass, I think from West 22nd. Don't look. But it's Starry Night, and it closes, but then I'm like, I think if it gets too fat, it's not gonna close, and so I might just save this for something else and then use these for Pratt, because also I bought it at Pratt. And then there was this, but it's just our planner, but I don't think that's that cute. The last thing on my list that's kind of more of a goal is to play cello, and also just jam more in general. I loved the cello, like I loved it so much. And then towards May-ish, or like the end of the year, like even April, like I got so sick of it. And I think it's just because I was doing so much. Like basically, I would play cello, and then I would have a region, which was like the crazy competition I would play like so many hours a day. And then after that, I would kind of just be done with it for a while, and I got like a good break, like kind of a month of like, I would barely practice. But last year I had like a little cello ensemble group that I played in, and I think I just like overdid it with that. And also it was my last year, and I'm like, I'm going to college, like I'm done with high school, and so I was just done with it. And so towards the end I hated it, like I hated playing it. I still like love it, but like, I don't know. I don't love it as much as I used to, but then I also see videos of myself in the past, or like I see orchestra videos, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I miss it. My friends are continuing to play it, and it just makes me sad, because like, that's crazy. I never imagined that I would go 1 year without playing cello, and I'm like, can I even read music anymore? Which I probably can, but like, I don't know. And I kind of did that with my other instruments too, and I never thought I would do that with cello, so it's kind of sad. But I want to play more guitar, more cello, maybe piano. It's like pretty untuned. And then I haven't touched my drums. I got a drum kit last January, I think. It's like an electric one, so it's not an actual drum kit, but like you can put your headphones on and play it. So I want to play more of that because I have missed it. It's just kind of like I've been so busy hanging out with friends and stuff that like when I come back here, I kind of just want to chill. I got my guitar out the other day, but then the thing about guitar is like I get it out and I search up a video and then I get bored, and then I search up another video to do something else, and then I change to a different song, and it's like I can't stick to one song unless I really like it. So I need to get better about that. I want to definitely jam with my friends with like singing and guitar, and then at least take my cello out like 2 times and play something. I definitely have to do that. It's been sitting in its case for like over a year, which is crazy. I don't know how untuned that's gonna be. But yeah, I fully believe that I am going to accomplish everything on this list. And I just needed to rant about it. Not really rant about it, I guess just like share my thoughts about the bucket list, because I think it is a solid bucket list. I feel like I've been posting about it and telling everyone about it, but maybe that just hasn't been enough. Maybe I just need to talk about it more, which is why I wanted to make this video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Maybe this gave you some ideas to add onto your bucket list, or maybe it didn't. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day, and I will see you next time.